Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitayah Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hemashailaabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om, a warm welcome. While indicating the various houses where Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji should stay, we saw yesterday in the 130th Doha, Swami Sakha Pitu Matu Gura Jinake Sab Tumatat Mana Mandira Tinake Basahu Siya Sahita Dovu Bhrat. Said, those who consider you as everything, isn't it? Swami, Lord, Sakha, friend, Pitu, father, Matu, mother, Gura, the preceptor, Guru, Jinake Sab Tumatata. Oh dear Rama, to whom you are everything. We also refer to that shloka, the last shloka of the Guru Stotram. Tvameva mata cha pita, tvameva bandhuscha sakha, tvameva Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. To such a person, Manamandiratine basahu. Please dwell in his Manamandira, in the temple of the mind. Siya Sahita Doubrata, along with Sita and Lakshmanji. Hey Rama, all the three of you stay in their heart. Continuing. अवगुण तजी सबके गुण गही विप्रधेनु हित संकट सही नीति निपुण जिन कई जगली का घर तुम्हार तिन कर मनु नौका गुण तुम्हार समुझई निज दोषा जेहि सब भांति तुम्हार भरोसा राम भगत प्रिय लागहि जेहि तेहि उर बसहु सहित बैदेहि जाति पाति धनु धर्मु बढ़ाई प्रिय परिवार सदन सुखदाई सब तजि तुम ही रहई उर लाई तेहि के हृदय रहूं रघुराई सरगु नर को अपबरगु समाना जहाँ तहाँ देख धरे धनु बाना कर्म बचन मन राउर चेरा राम करहते ही के उर डेरा जाहि न चाहिए कबहु कछु तुम सन सहज सनेहु बसहु निरंतरता सुमन सोराउर निज गेहु सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Another beautiful chaupai. Continuing the various abodes for Ramchandra ji, Valmiki ji says, Avaguna taji sabake guna gahi. The one who does not consider other people's avaguna, faults, flaws, shortcomings. You know, this is one of the very, very bad quality which most of us have. What? Initially, whenever you get into contact with some person, when you start speaking to some new people, they become so close. Oh, such a beautiful person, wonderful. Huh? My God, I have not seen such a person. Like that, we glorify that person. That is why it is said, familiarity breeds contempt. When you become very familiar and very, very close, that is why always Shastra say, don't bring anybody very close, don't put people away also. Keep them at the right distance. And in, in some bhasha it is said, keep the relationships at one arm distance. Meaning what? They are neither close nor they are far. Keep them at one arm distance. Meaning what? When you become too close, you tend to see the avaguna, the flaws, faults, shortcomings, wrong intentions, etc. When you see, then what do? You start pushing that person away. Then the avaguna becomes primary, the sadguna is forgotten. This is the way we live. This is how things are happening in the world. And we all know it very well. Once you see an avaguna in another person, once you see an avaguna in the person whom you are actually liking more, slowly the intensity of that liking the depth of that love which you have for that person slowly diminishes because avaguna takes the primary position. After that, whatever good that person does, you won't see that good thing. He may be telling you such a wonderful guidance, he may be giving you, but you only think of that avaguna and lose that relationship. You develop the gap between you and that person, and finally you find you lose that relationship itself because of what? One avaguna you saw in the other person. How many avaguna do we have? Tell me. All of us. So everyone have avaguna, everyone also have sadgunas. The best way to handle a relationship would be ignore the avaguna and praise the sadguna. Now look at that. Avaguna teji. Sabke guna gahi. Give up all those avaguna. Don't look at that. When you start looking at one avaguna, remember 3 avagunas you think about yourself. When you see 3 avaguna, 1 avaguna will not become big. In fact, we will be a little ashamed of thinking of our avaguna. The best way to handle a relationship is this way. And while showing 1 avaguna, when you identify the 3 of yours, forget that and work on this 3 which is yours. This is the way of intelligent living. Forget avaguna teji, sabake guna gahi, bipradhenu hita sankata sahahi. Endure all hardships which you may go, endure all the difficulties which you may go through rather, and vipradhenu hita, work for the sake of brahmanas and cows. Brahmanas indicate sadguna. We are not talking of the physical brahmanas in today's life. There are a lot of, contradictory nature which we may find. Avaguna teji. Forget that. Brahmana here means what? The one who has studied the Vedanta and is living for propagating that Sadjnanam. He is a Brahmana. Brahmani charati iti Brahmana, it is said. And you may go through some hardship, doesn't matter, but do good to them. Vipradhenu hita, for the good of Brahmanas and cows. Cows are considered to be Kamadhenu. Therefore, for their sake, you may have to go through some hardships. It is okay, go through it. Niti nipunajina kai jagalika, the one who has established himself and with all niti and nipuna, the reputation, and who is well versed in the world with the laws, with the way of life, etc., who is living such life, recognize their work. Gharatumaratina na karamanunauka, and that people's mind, Gharatumara, that is your place. Hey Rama, Tinakaramananauka, go and stay in their place. Whenever this thought comes, hey Rama, go and stay in their place, that is one house. And the next line starts with the other house. Okay? Guna tumhara samujhai nij dosa, jehi sab bhati tumhara bharosa. The one, Guna tumhara, the one who considers all his virtues are yours only. Hey Rama, but dosha, we have seen that yesterday also, the similar thought. Dosha is mine, I will work on that and remove that dosha, but at the same time, all the good virtues that I have, hey Bhagavan, it is not I who have, it is yours. And because of your grace, I have got all these virtues. Therefore, one who surrenders with those virtues and who accepts all the flaws as his own, that also don't put it on Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. Avaguna, I take it up, work on it, and get to remove that and take up more and more virtues in my life. Jehi bhati tumhara bharosa, with taking you as the most important trusted Bhagavan, to that extent that he says, with having trust in you, hey Bhagavan, I will change my attitudes, wrong attitudes, and improve upon myself. Rama Bhagata Priya Laga Hijehi. And this is a very interesting thing. One who depends on you and who loves your devotees. I have mentioned this earlier also in the Mukunda Mala. Kulashekara Alvar in Tamil Bhasha had written, it is also in Samskrita we will find. Mukunda Mala, he says, Bhrityasya 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 Bhritya iti mam smara Lokanatha. Hey Lokanatha, please understand me as whom? Not your direct devotee, but your servants, seven servants he mentions there. And the last servant's servant. I am going to serve the servant of the servant of a servant of a servant of servant of servant of yours. I will serve him. How wonderful. How many of us have such attitudes? Tell me. So, serving the devotee of the Lord is as equal to serving Lord himself. Remember this. Rama Bhagata Priya Laga Hijehi Tehura Basahu Sahita Vaidehi. Along with Vaidehi, along with Janaki, along with Sita ji, please stay in their heart, hey Rama. And in next house he says, Jati Pati Dhanu Dharamu Badai. He who has renounced what? All identifications with Jati, caste, Pati, his own relations, kinsmen, Dhanu, wealth, Dharamu, even faith he has renounced, Badai, Priya Parivara, even his own near and dear ones, he has given up. Everything he has given up because of what? For the sake of yours. Sadhana Sukhadayi, and he has come at your feet. Why? Sukhadayi. That is one sadhana, that is one home, hey Rama. Sabatajituma rahai uralai. Renouncing everything, he has taken you into his heart. And therefore, who cherishes, meaning what? Who enjoys having you alone in the heart and removes everything from the heart. Not only Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madhamatsarya, he also relinquishes everything. Relations, even place, you can add all that. And then everything he relinquishes for the sake of you. Now he has nothing in his heart other than you. Tehike hridaya raham raghurai. Please dwell in that heart which is your residence, hey Rama. Saragu naraku apabaragu samana. Jahataha dekha dare dhanuma bana. You are the one to whom heaven or hell, both are one and the same. As long as it is not you, everything is one and the same, which has to be dispelled. Heaven also he wants to give up. Why? I don't want heaven. I want Rama alone. Think. Saragu, heaven. Naraku, hell also. Hell anyway nobody wants. But however, let heaven also not be. Why? Both of them are the same, because they are not Bhagavan. They are one abode. I give up that also. Jahataha deka dhare dhanubana. Wherever he sees dhanubana, meaning what? he sees Rama, he wants to behold you alone, O Rama, nobody else. Jahataha deka, wherever he sees only you. Childhood we have this, that bhajan, English bhajan. God here, God there, God everywhere. Similarly, Rama here, Rama there, Rama everywhere. That is the thought he has in mind. Wherever he sees only Rama. There is nothing other than Rama. And that is the truth. Antar bahishcha tat sarvam. Antar Ram, Bahar Ram. जहाँ देखो तो राम ही राम, जहाँ देखो तो राम ही राम, जहाँ देखो तो राम ही राम. गुरु कृपा अंजन पायो मेरे भाई, राम बिना कछु देखत नाही. Guru Kripa. With Kripa of the Guru, blessings of the Guru, what I see is only Rama everywhere. How wonderful. Karma bachana manara chera. And in thought, word and deed. Karma bachana mana. Thought, word and deed. Ravura chera. He is your servant. The one who has the identity to be your servant alone, O Lord. Rama karahatehi kevura dera. Dera, please go and settle in his heart. Why? Best place for you, O Rama. How many places? And finally, now you can check the number of houses. The last house he says, Jahi na chahiya kabahu kachu, tumasana sahaja sanehu. Basahu nirantara sumana. Nirantara. Until now he says stay there. Stay there. Now he says permanently stay. Basahu nirantara sumana. Soraura nijagehu. He Ravura. Oh king, that is your nija. Dhama. Gehu. Home. Where Lahida. Who wants nothing other than you? And at any given period of time, he wants only Rama alone. Nothing other than that. Tumasana sahaja sanehu, who naturally has an affinity towards you and you alone. And his love is only for you. Hey Rama, Basahu nirantara. Stay permanently there. Tasumana so Ravura nijagehu. Please stay in that permanent heart along with Sita ji and Lakshman ji. That is by default. Wherever Rama is where Sita is. Can they be any way different? And Lakshman ji, Bharata, Shatrughna, the whole parivara will be with you. When you surrender at the feet of the Lord. 14 houses, Valmiki says. And then now he comes to the actual question of what Rama wanted. Where should I go from here? Physically, where should I go? Please let me know. That is a question that is remaining, for which in the next Chaupai he gives the answer. Ehi bidhi muni bar bhavan dekhaye, bachana sa prema Rama man bhaye, kah muni sanahu bhanu kula nayak, ashrama kahu samaya sukhadayak, चित्रकूट गिरि करहु निवासु, तह तुम्हार सब भांति सुपासु, सैलु सुहावन कानन चारु, करिके हरि मृग बिहग बिहारु, नदी पुनि पुराण बखानी, अत्रि प्रिया निज तप बल आनी, सुरसरिधार नावु मंदाकिनी, जो सब पातक पोतक डाकिनी, अत्रि आदि मुनि बर बहु बसही, करहि जोग जप तप तन कसही, चलहु सफल श्रम सब कर करहु, राम देहु गौरव गिरि बरहु, चित्रकूट महिमामित कहीं महामुनि गाई, आई नहाये सरित बर, सिय समेत दो भाई, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Valmiki ji says, Ehi vidhi munibara bhavana dikhaye. In this way, Valmiki ji, Munivara, showed him many dwelling place, but actually it is only one we saw. What is that? The heart of his devotee, who has all such values, who respects all these values and has turned all of them into virtue, and who is living a life of absolute surrender at the feet of the Lord. Bhajana saprema Rama mana bhaye. Bhagavan also, with lot of love towards Valmiki ji, he also quietly, joyfully listened to everything patiently. If you and I were there, okay, all that is okay, you tell me where I have to go, we would be very impatient. But Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji was so patient, listening to all of them, and he was so delighted how wonderfully Valmiki ji shows him so many abodes. Kaha muni sunahu bhanukula nayaka. Hey, king from the solar rays, sunahu, please listen to me. Ashrama kahu samaya sukhadayaka. In the current existing circumstances, I will show you a place where you can settle down, create an ashrama, build a small kutira for yourself and then stay there. Where should I go? चित्रकूट गिरि करहु निवासु, तह तुम्हार सब भांति सुपासु. Hey Rama, along with Sita ji and Lakshman ji, you take this abode. What is that abode? A Chitrakuta, a very beautiful place. Taha tumara sab bhati supasu. You will have all kinds of comforts, and the place is so beautiful. And it is true also. Recently when I had been there, oh, it was so wonderful, so wonderful. I just could not, come out of that place. It was so wonderful, so wonderful. And even, when you go there, that Nadi flows there, and then they have even made an idol of Rama, Sitaji, Lakshmanji walking, in Kashaya Vastra, in the hermit's dress. A very beautiful statue. So nice it is. One should really go to these places, and go and take up. There it will be very comfortable for you. Sailu Suhavana Kanana Charu. And that particular hill is very charming. And it is surrounded by forest, very beautiful, delightful forest. Karike Hari Mriga Bihaga Biharu. And that particular forest and that particular Nadi, everywhere, all those places are frequently visited by what? Kari, Kehari, Mriga, Bihaga, Biharu. It is a beautiful place where it is frequented by elephants, lions, deer, and lots of beautiful birds. So it is such a divine experience one will have. Nadi Puni Purana Bakhani. Purana Bakhani. In the Puranas it is said that there is a very beautiful holy river flowing. What is that river? Atri Priyani Jatapabala Ani. Sage Atri and his wife Anasuya, both of them, they did tapas, and out of the tapas they brought this river as a stream as an outlet of Ganga Nadi. And then he also tells about the Nadi, Surasaridhara Navu Mandakini. It is a side stream of Surasari, that is Gangaji. Nama is Mandakini. Very beautiful river, and I should tell you about it. During that yatra, when I had been there, we also went and visited this place. And there's a beautiful ashrama. All the time Ramanama Japa goes on continuously. Hundreds of people on a daily, with 500, thousands of people visit there. And we could go to Mandakini Nadi, and from there it is a little, top. It's a hillock kind of thing, and at the top there is this Anasuya Ashrama, Atri Anasuya Ashrama. And we went and visited that place. There was one sadhu who was more than 100 years old. So calm, so beautiful. His face was so much of love, so much of joy. The realized souls, how they would be, you can see in that Mahatma there. And it was very interesting. He called me and then he said, Khichdi khaoge? I tell you, it was a wonderful experience. Absolutely superb experience that I had when I went there. I strongly recommend everybody should go there. And there's a very beautiful depiction of the entire story of Atri and Ansuya, those two great rishis. Anasuya ji also have done so much of tapas. Out of her tapas, she brought this Jo Sab Pataka Potaka Dakini. And when you go and take a snana in Mandakini, it is said all your sins will be washed away because of the tapashakti of Atri Maharishi and Anasuya, who is also a rishi by herself. Atri Adi Muni Barabahu Basahi. Many great sages like Atri and Anasuya ji have lived there in that particular beautiful circumstances, in that particular forest at Chitrakuta. So many, even today, lot of sages are there, please. We may not know. In modern world, we have honestly, we have some respect towards sages and saints and, all the Munivar who are there. We have some respect, but we don't have, there is no knowledge of the depth of those rishis. We don't even understand how much they go through, yet they are not suffering. But when we go there, like a tourist we go. I saw there so many thousands of people. They come like a tourist. And, okay. As though they are listening to some Tom and Jerry story. They listen to these katha when somebody tell them. How can you expect something happening to us when you have such an attitude? It is a place where so many rishis, so many Santa Purushas as well as Santa Stri, most of them have lived there, and therefore it is a great Tirthasthala, Punyasthala, Tirtha Kshetra. Atri Adi Muni Bara Bahu Basahi, Karahi Joga Tapa, Japa Tapa Tanakasahi. All of them have done so much of japa, so much of tapascharya. And if only we go there and we don't feel that vibes, we are such, I tell you what, I can't even use words. Papis only. When you go there, go with a sincere heart, clean mind, simple mind, uncomplicated mind, unoccupied mind, non-preoccupied mind. I don't know if my words are correct, but you understand, I know. I am not very good in English. Forgive me for that. But at the same time, I am sure you will be able to understand with His grace. When you go with a clean, simple mind, uncomplicated, pure mind, you can feel that vibes. You know how emotional we became when we went there. My God, such a wonderful place. Karahi joga tapatana kasahi. They all have done so many penance. Chalahu sakala shama sabakara karahu. Hey Rama, please go to all of those places. You wend your way towards that place, and you please go there and bless all those people who have labored there through sadhana to reach you. Hey Rama, Ramadehu Gaurava Giribarahu, you please enhance the dignity, Gaurava, of that Gaurava towards the Giri, that mountain, that hill. Please go there and enhance its Gaurava by your holy feet walking through that place. Chitrakuta Mahimamita Kahi Mahapunigai. Muni, what do you call it as? Mahima. Gai, he spoke about the great glories. Mahima Amita. Amita means what? Limitless glory of Chitrakuta Sthala. He spoke to Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Today, we understand Chitrakuta as a place where Ramchandraji had gone, therefore it is glorified. But look at that. Chitrakuta Mahima Amita Kahi Mahamunigai. Chitrakuta is much more glorified even before Ramchandraji went. Such great Punya Sthala is Chitrakuta. Very beautiful place. One must go. Please, one must go. You can give up everything, anything and everything, but such places one must go. Chitrakuta, Prayagraj. Now we know with the Mahakumbh, so many people spoke about Prayagraj, the glory of Prayagraj, the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Guptagamini, Saraswati. One must go and take bath there. In our lifetime, even if once we cannot go there, of what use is our life? Waste. Chitrakuta Mahima Amitakahi Mahamunigayi Ayi Nahaye Sarita Barasiya Sameta Do Bhai Siya Sameta. Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji, both of them proceeded. Ayi Nahaye. They went there and they took bath in that river. In the glorified river, they took bath. Why it is glorified? Even before Ramchandraji, Sitaji and Lakshmanji went, great rishis like Atri Maharishi and Anusuya Devi, they have done tapas and they have brought this Mandakini river. That means how glorious, how pure it must be. Isn't it? Punya Kshetra, both of them, they took bath, all of them rather, 3 of them took bath there. And as per the directions given by Valmiki ji, Ramchandraji now will turn towards Lakshmana and give instructions for creating a kutira, making a kutira. Alright. We will continue that part tomorrow. Alright. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।